One question that I get asked all the time is, where do I source my items? Now, I have made videos about creative sourcing strategies, and I encourage you to check that out because it gives a giant list of many of the different sources I have used over the years. I've been selling on Poshmark and other platforms for like 8 years now. So I've done many things, and many sources have come and gone. But there are some tried and true things that I'm going to talk about in this video and that I have talked about in that other creative sourcing tips video. You can check that out if you want to know all the different options. But today I'm going to go over exactly currently right now where I'm getting my items. So these are my exact sources of where I'm getting my items. And then I'm just going to kind of give you a couple of other thoughts at the end. Download your free reseller resource guide today. I constantly update and share with you discounts, favorites, tools, and resources to help you with your reselling business. After the video, click the link in the description and get your totally free guide today. So right now, I am mostly an online sourcer. I rarely go to thrift stores. That's something I used to do. The pandemic kind of changed it, and then I realized the beauty of it. And I have some videos about, how I'm not going to thrift stores anymore and all of the benefits and reasons why. You can check out those videos. But today it's about, kind of giving you the nitty-gritty of where I get the items. So right now, most of my sources are online. One of them you may have heard me talk about on other videos and on Instagram. It's Helpsy Source. Helpsy Source is a great bulk seller of items for me. So I go there and I check their website for different boxes, and I do have a video about how to pick a good box on their website if you're new to ordering from them. And so I do pick just random boxes off of their website. I also have ordered pallets from them off of the website. Oftentimes they will go ahead, and they used to do this more, but put out like when they had bulk buys. And so I used to stalk their Instagram to kind of see what bulk buys they have. I think they've gotten a little bit away from that, and now they're mostly just doing like go to the website and see what we have, and that's fine. But I have done bulk like that where it's kind of not on the website, but it's through their social media bulk offerings. And then I've also purchased from them when they like assign you a custom person, and I tell them, this is what I'm interested in sourcing, and they tell me if they can help me with that or not. Sometimes they can, and sometimes they can't. Sometimes they'll say, hey, this is what I have, and sometimes I take advantage of it, and sometimes I don't. And so often those aren't on the website. So those are like other deals that you might be able to get. So I've done it all with them, and I have been ordering from them since they started, since Helpsy Source became a thing. And honestly, the team that started Helpsy Source used to be with another wholesale company, and I sourced with them too since they first started. So I have been with this team / this company for many years now at this point. And I really don't think I could run my business without them. It is important, though, I believe, to have multiple sources and not to only rely on one source. So I am going to talk about some more, but I am an affiliate for Helpsy Source because I recommend them because I use them all the time. So if you want to know, where does Rebecca the Reseller get the primary bulk of her stuff? It's from Helpsy Source. And so the code is Rebecca the Reseller, and you get 10% off your purchase. And they have lots of like loyalty programs and lots of discounts and things like that. So go ahead and use my code to get your first discount, and then you can kind of see what they have after that once you start building like loyalty points with them. But I do believe that you have to know how to pick a good box. Not everything they have, I buy. I think there are many things that they have that are not right for my business. They might be right for your business and where you're at in your reselling career. They might be good for you because you do live sales and I don't, so I wouldn't want that box. They may be good for you because you're on eBay and run it a certain way. I'm not on eBay right now. I'm on Poshmark. So for me, some things that they have are not right for me, and that's okay. They don't have to be. But I now go through and I pick out the stuff that works for me, and a lot of it works for me, and that's how I get my stuff. So Helpsy Source is my number one. And if you want links to all of these places that I'm going to mention, make sure you get that free Rebecca the Reseller resource guide down below It's free, and it has all of my links in one place. So that's Helpsy Source. The next one is Boutique by the Box. And honestly, they've been around for a while now too. And I have done a giveaway with them. I don't think I've done an unboxing on my channel, so I'll have to put that on my list. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like an unboxing video from Boutique by the Box. I also would like to do a how to pick a good box from their website video, like I did with Helpsy Source with Boutique by the Box. I am an affiliate for them as well, and I do have a code. I'm pretty sure that one is Rebecca the Reseller 10, and that gets you 10% off, but check those links in the Reseller Resource Guide. Boutique by the Box I like because oftentimes their stuff is new or new without tags. And so for me, those are the kinds of things I focus on from them, and I've purchased Good American Jeans, I've purchased Ministry of Supply, I've purchased probably a couple of other things that are not coming to my mind right now. So I definitely recommend them. I think that in terms of like places where you can order from, they're pretty similar. I don't really think that there's a ton of differences. You should always read through the listings. And again, not everything on their site is going to be right for me. And not everything on their site is going to be right for you. You have to kind of pick and choose and see what's going to make sense. But that's the next kind of like in the lineup of things. That's probably the next one where I get my stuff. The next one is also an online place, and you may have heard about it. It's called Bazaar. I think their website is Shop Bazaar. Again, I have a link down below, and I really should have checked. I don't remember what my code is off the top of my mind. This one is the one that's more new to me, but I have placed several orders. I've gotten a couple of really good things. I have done an unboxing video. I got some multiple quantity things from them because their stuff is all new with tags. And so I love that. That's what I love about them the most, because if they have something that I can buy that is multiple quantity, I buy it. I'm more strategic on the things that are not multiple quantity because, again, I'd rather get more bang for my buck. And because it's new, it lends itself well to a multiple quantity listing. So I bought some like smiley face hat beanie things. I bought some socks from them. I did a couple of things from Cider. I did a couple of things from, I think the brand was Common Sense. And then the other one, I think it was called Out Free. Some things I send to ThredUp, some things sell on Poshmark. So for me, that has been a good one that I still need to do some more exploring with, but it's still one that I have ordered from and I have been happy about. And the unboxing video is on my channel for Bazaar. So those are my top 3 online sources, and I am affiliates for all of them. I want to make you aware of the hottest, the best deal I have ever offered in my Rebecca the Reseller Academy. To find it, all you have to do is scroll all the way down to the bottom and you will find this right here. Hot deal, best value, all courses and digital downloads for life. This is it, friends. This is as good as it's going to get. I'm giving you everything I have in my academy, all the digital downloads, all the courses for just $20. The best part is if I create a new digital download going forward, you will get it absolutely free. This is the time to lock in the best deal I have ever offered. All you have to do is go to Rebecca the Reseller Academy, scroll down to Hot Deal, and purchase it for $20. If you're wondering what comes in this, it's everything. So you're going to get all of my courses, and you're also going to get all of the digital downloads that I've created, including my keywords list, my listing forms, my Poshmark closet signs. Everything that I have created and everything that I ever will create will be yours for literally $20. Now, the next one is actually an in-person one. I go to Style Encore often to sell items. And so when I'm there, I take a look and see what they have. And over time, and having gone there many times over the years, I've kind of identified that there are certain things that they price in a certain way that I can still make money on Poshmark. And also I get like loyalty points and discounts and stuff. So that helps too, because then I'll go in and buy a bunch of stuff with my like 20% off coupon. And then that just adds to my profit margin. So Style Encore is like a Plato's Closet, but it's for mature brands. So you may not have one, you might have a Plato's Closet, and that may not be as good. Like, I don't like buying at my Plato's Closet. I really think it's terrible, actually, but the Style Encore I like. So you have to just kind of see if you have an option for this, but it is nice because they only source current styles, so that work is already done for me. they're already quality checking the items. And so it doesn't mean that they don't miss things, but oftentimes the items are of better quality than just going to a regular thrift store. So that's helpful. It's a nicer shopping environment, but you do have to pay up for items most of the time. But if you find the right things, you can find multiple of something, not the same, exact item, but like, one of the things I like to do sometimes is get Draper James dresses. It's hard to say, and I'll pay sometimes up to $20 there for them, and I'll list them for $80 on my Poshmark closet and still make a really good profit margin. So that's one that I know I can go in. They price it in a certain way. I get my discount. If they have a handful of Draper James dresses, I buy them all and I list them. And that works well. And I've done that multiple times. So that's just an example. There's many others. But so Style Encore is an in-person place that I go that I do get a good chunk of items from. And that's probably the only in-person place I go these days. The other two places are things you would probably already know. They're websites like ThredUp and Poshmark. I source one-off items all the time. I do it on Poshmark. I do it on ThredUp. I'm able to buy things that I feel like are underpriced in a certain way, and then I can list them on Poshmark and make my profit margin. I do that a lot less now. I feel like it's hard to do sometimes, but the opportunities are still there. And there are times in my life, like where I just want to sit on the couch and shop. And instead of shopping for me, I will, because I don't really care most of the time. See, I'm just kind of a plain kind of person, but I shop for the business. And so it's still something productive, but it's also kind of like mindless shopping and, in my own personal life. So it's something that I can kind of merge the two things. So I don't do it as often as I did during the pandemic. During the pandemic, when I was home and I was homeschooling my son and I couldn't go to thrift stores, I was on ThredUp every morning. I was on Poshmark multiple times a day, looking for the deals, making bundles, all kinds of things. But now I don't really do that as much, but those are still two places where I do currently get inventory from. So right now we've had 5 different, web-based online things, and we've had one in-person thing. Those are the bulk of my items. Now, I'll pop into my Goodwill from time to time, but I used to go to the bins, 2 or 3 times a week for 3 and 4 hours at a time, because that's all I could really stand. And like the way my sourcing life has changed over the last few years is drastic, from spending multiple hours digging through bins and that kind of thing to just going on some websites and clicking some buttons and having stuff show up is an amazing change, I feel. It's a transformation, if you will. So I just put it out there to challenge you, because people ask me all the time, where do you get your items? And I'm happy to tell them, because these are places where there's plenty of stuff. I can buy from them, you can buy from them, I can recommend you to them and be an affiliate, which is great. And we can all get stuff that we want, because we're all looking for different things. But I just challenge you to incorporate some of these kinds of strategies into your sourcing repertoire, if you will, because if you do grind at the bins all the time, wouldn't it be great to just go on once a week and buy one box that saves you a few hours of digging? Wouldn't it be great if that helped you grow your business a little bit more without spending more time in your business? Maybe you can get better stuff on a website than you can at your local Salvation Army or Goodwill, or I forget the Savers that people have. I don't have that here, but your normal thrift store, whatever it is. I'm not saying get rid of all your honey holes. Like, if you have a church thrift store that you love that constantly has good stuff, keep going to it. I'm just saying, consider if you are getting into a sourcing rut, or consider if you are looking to expand your business, that there may be more efficient options out there. I have fully embraced them, and I'm never going back. I love the way I source right now with having multiple online options to go to at any point. I love buying in bulk. I love buying multiple quantity listings, items for listings. So I think that there are so many opportunities for you, and whatever you can look at in your sourcing, life and say, I'm doing this, but I could do this and add it in, even in a small way, you might then start to see. Like, I was kind of forced into online sourcing because of the pandemic, but now I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Plus, I think one of the benefits is that I'm a much more disciplined sourcer online. I'm more willing to say no to an item that I shouldn't be buying online than I am in person when I've put it in my cart. That's just me. That might not be you, but that's me. I sucker buy stuff all the time, thinking I'm gonna fix it, thinking I'm gonna whatever, somebody's gonna want it, that's cute, blah, 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 blah. No, Rebecca. Just go buy online, and if it doesn't seem right to you with your criteria, just click on the next thing. It's so much easier for me to say no with online sourcing than it is for me in real life. So these are all of the different places. There's just one other one that I didn't mention that I do keep secret, but I wanted to just fully tell you that I'm keeping it a secret, is my boutique sources. So I sell thrifted items, I sell new at tags items, but I also sell boutique items, which means that you buy it from a manufacturer or a wholesaler and it's being sold to the public for the first time. So I have a list of vendors that I use for those items. So it's not for my Zara and stuff like that. It's for my boutique items. And you may or may not be interested in selling boutique. And if you're not, then that's fine. But if you are, the only way you get that vendors list is by purchasing my course, my Profitable Poshmark Boutique course, because I wanted the people that were truly serious about doing a boutique to have that list, because it took me a long time to generate that list and to do all the legwork and research. So I have my vendors list. I share it in the Poshmark Boutique course, and you can purchase the Poshmark Boutique course in my Rebecca the Reseller Academy just like one-off. It used to be more expensive. I've kind of made it more affordable for everyone now for $20. But you could also get the best value bundle, which is $20 for all of my courses and all of the digital downloads that I've created and will ever create in the future. I'll just keep adding them there. So that's also just $20. So if I were you, I'd get the bundle because then you get access to everything, because I just want people to benefit from the information at this point. So that's all I have for you today on this. I really hope that you can expand out your sourcing opportunities, and I wish you the best of luck. Bye. Posher VA is a tax-deductible business investment that pays for itself many times over each month. It increases Poshmark sales because it shares and sends offers more than I ever could manually. It handles all my shares, automatic offer to likers, bulk offers, and it can do price drops and relists. When my coaching clients add Posher VA, it makes more sales basically immediately. The best part is that you get your time back. More time with family, thrifting, whatever. Get 20% off with code Rebecca the Reseller and the link below.